talking about a podcast. Merry Mini Monday, Chunkies. I am Carter.
I am Christmas Doge.
And I am the ghost of Thanksgiving past.
Don't say the T word. We're done with that. That was last week. Yeah.
Ghost. There's a T at the end. Happiness. Guys, I have some news for us today. We have done a Bob swap.
Swap.
In Disney.
Yeah.
Bit of a Bob swap.
Bob swap.
Bob Chapek is out. Bob Iger is in. There's not a lot that we know here on this 23rd of November because it happened pretty recently.
On Saturday.
Maybe just a few days ago, about 5 days ago. And so did know that through national news, that Chapek was not doing so hot. And he was not liked very much over there in the company.
Bob. I'll tell you.
Disney company.
I'm stoked for a return of Bob Prime for one reason and one reason only. I haven't really cared for anything Disney's done since New Bob.
Bobtimus Prime. I wonder why, what influence does, I guess he's got the most influence, but what do you think is going to happen? Because I found out just today that technically he's just signed a 2-year contract. And so they bought him to
I shouldn't have left. Yeah.
They bought him to find the new person.
I think it's probably more a PR move than anything.
Sure.
Bringing back somebody stable and familiar. I have a feeling, I have a hunch that there's a lot of people that feel the way I do about Disney right now, which is just, it all feels like cookie cutter, sort of paint by numbers, make that cash.
Sure. I mean, corporately Disney's, their stock is going the wrong direction for them, I believe, right? Isn't Disney taking losses right now?
I would assume so.
Like, I think they reported a loss on their streaming division, if I remember reading that correctly. I could be completely making that up and lying about Disney, which is the worst thing anybody could do to anybody else.
Yeah, but especially on recorded. Something recorded.
So much of what Disney's put out, I would say over the last 2 years, not just Marvel, just so much of what Disney's put out has felt so soulless to me. And that's usually Disney's strength, despite them being, a soulless corporation and all that. That's usually their strength, is movies with a lot of heart. And I have not seen that. And so I hope that, if anything, this is a PR play to let them pivot in a lot of ways.
So Bob 1, Iger, who's back, is the empire building Bob, who oversaw the acquisition of Pixar, Lucasfilm, and Fox.
Sure.
Which is... I do think the acquisition of Fox is one of the worst things that could have happened to movies, and it does suck that happened because now it's all coming from the same place. There's basically one company making everything we watch, which is not good. And I do know that Bob 2 was a little bit more willing to get to greenlight more experimental, more creative, less cookie cutter things. And so reportedly, Bob 1, Iger is sort of against theming things more towards adults. And so I know a lot of folks online, for example, are worried about the Daredevil show that's supposed to be coming out next year. They're thinking that might end up having significant rewrites if we return to Iger's old form of everything must be for 11 and 12 and 13-year-olds, and then adults are a secondary audience. They're worried about things like a season 2 of Andor, just because the understanding is that Iger has been brought in to buy time to find a new Bob, a Bob 3, but also to sort of punch up the streaming division because it's not doing hot.
I can't tell you the last time I opened Disney Plus.
Yeah. Well, I don't know why you would.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Disney Plus, I think they pitched it as, and launching with The Mandalorian, made it seem like it was going to be sort of prestige Disney of wow, this is where all their really good stuff goes. But it's basically just everything that would be a direct-to-video sequel now is a direct-to-Disney Plus sequel.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the things I've read about Disenchanted, is that it totally feels like it would have come out on DVD only in 2010 after that 2007 movie, but for some reason, it's getting all the fanfare of a huge streaming release.
Yeah.
So ultimately, I guess we can say jury's still out.
Here comes the new Bob, same as the old Bob. That's what I always say.
Dang. Yeah, it's just I'm not expecting any calls. I guess Bob's on the lookout for the next Bob. My name's not even close to that, so I probably can't be the predecessor.
I'm expecting some calls. Just I don't know if they're from Disney.
Yeah, but he's got 2 years.
Call me.
He's got 2 years to figure that out.
What if we since we're not Rotten Tomatoes approved critics, which I'm fine with, by the way.
Sure.
What if we all changed our name to Bob and tried to be the next Bob for Disney?
You're on to something there, my man.
I think that could be a good move for our brand.
I mean, we got 2 years, right?
How long does it take to change a name?
It's sort of like the thing where the CEO of Nintendo America is named Bowser, like his actual last name is Bowser.
Yes.
You got to be Bob to be Disney. That's sort of the Bowser of Disney is just Bob's.
What if my name was Thomas Mickey?
Ooh, nice.
Okay.
What if your
That
name was Mickey Goofy?
That probably helps a touch. Goofy Nicky. Chip Dale
Goofy.
Pluto. Hi, I'm Chip Dale Pluto.
Okay,
you can call me Chip Dale.
Let's pick a Disney a Disney name that we can be. Change our names to that and see who gets picked to be the next Bob.
Ooh, I like it.
Seems simple enough. Easily measurable. Another easy measurable is the box office. And in that worldwide box office, there's currently in the top 10 for the year, only 3 Disney products that are up there. One that we've been following is Black Panther Wakanda Forever, which last time we looked, it was 11th on the charts. It's now 8th, and it has made $550 million.
It deserves it.
Do you think it has more domestic monies or foreign monies?
Domestic, I think.
I'm going to say foreign to mix it up just for fun.
Domestic by about 40 million.
Oh, looks like you got it wrong. Sorry, you can't be the next Bob. You don't.
Sorry, I haven't changed my name yet. Not even trying to be Bob. Who I am trying to be. Who I am trying to be, though. If you want the real truth,
yeah,
I'll tell you the truth. I'm not finished thinking about it.
Okay, cool. Keep that thought. I wanted us to get a look at. We're talking about Jingle All the Way tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes,
I personally have been waiting to talk about this movie with my friends on this podcast
for about 5 years
before I was even on this podcast. I remember like the holidays rolling around and be like, man, it'd be awesome to be a guest star on Two Chunks.
Whenever they do Jingle All the Way.
Yeah, because they're bound to, because they were so enamored by the Santa Claus. But in my affections for Arnold, I kind of went down a testosterone-fueled loophole? Not a loophole, a rabbit hole. And this rabbit is just yoked. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like working on the traps and the tries and all the good stuff. And I found a couple of lists. I'm going to ask you guys. I want to do a touch of rank you very much here.
Please.
Okay.
And I wanted to look into the top action movie stars of all time. And we've got a couple of lists
by Good Housekeeping
that we can pull from. Well, we can go bizarre. Like, for instance, there's one, it's the 20 greatest action stars of the 21st century. It's cleveland.com.
Like the city?
I don't know. It's just cleveland.com.
Okay.
And then we have Ranker, which did the best action stars. List of the best action stars. 410,000 people.
Probably make me less sad.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do that then.
I just don't know many actors from Cleveland.
Now, this list, which again has had 410,000 voters. Okay.
Is this vote? Is it like a popular vote? Is it like a...
Yes.
Okay.
Interesting.
Vox Populi. Love it.
Yeah. Let's just do top 10.
Okay.
Fine with me.
Top 11. And you'll see why.
Okay.
Top 11.
These are of all time, yeah?
Of all time. Of all time. And I've vetted the list, and it's not as disappointing. It's not disappointing.
I love it.
As some of the older lists that we've had. But who wants to go first here? Which of the two of you is more like an action star in your actual life, in your real life? Which one is the most action?
See these puppies? Look at
you both have action hair, so that's a wash.
It's true. Only thing I kill is vibes.
Hey, I did a few days ago. I think my submission to the court is as follows. I did a few days ago lose my footing walking down my stairs. And I did fall and I did hit my back on the stairs and I did knock the wind out of myself. And I did go for like 2 or 3 minutes. No, I couldn't breathe at all, actually.
But you didn't cry, so.
But I didn't cry.
Pretty good on the action star. So
and then I stood up and I punched those stairs.
Well, we all, as men that are friends, we all know what each other lifts. Sure. But remind me, which of you can lift more? That's who can go first.
I've been in the gym working on my fitness. That's me. That's who I am. You know what I mean?
I've been in the real world working on my fitness.
But I'm mostly doing glutes.
I don't need this vanity muscles.
Glutes was the key word I was looking for. Jordan, you can go first.
Excellent.
Top 10.
That's code for this has gone on long enough. Let's go ahead and get started. Most of Mini Monday is that continual code. That's true.
Action stars are a special breed. This is on Ranker here. The purely physical component of acting, so perpetually underappreciated, is squarely their domain. They not only put their bodies on the line for the sake of entertainment, but have to express physically what other actors tend to get across in words and dramatic close-ups. All due respect to the invaluable stunt performers and choreographers who make it all look easy, but action stars often have to be well-versed in a number of advanced skills, from martial arts to military-grade weaponry to sword fighting. They save the world, avenge family, and miraculously survive in the face of impossible odds.
The copy of that article feels like it's an in memoriam, like every action star exploded, and now it's like action in the movies. It used to transport us.
Let's honor action's legacy today. There's a handful here that I think have to be here for this list to be valid. So I'll start at an arguable number one, which is, of course, our boy, the Governator. It's going to be Arnold.
Bing, 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 bing. Number two.
Nice, yeah.
Number two, Jamie.
Jamie.
It's
Jamie.
Birthplace, Austria. Credits, The Terminator, Predator,
Credits,
Total Recall,
all of them.
Pumping Iron.
Mr. Universe.
He was Hercules.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
I promise.
Danne Dancer, Prancer, Vixen.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Arme, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen.
Someone needs to pull that and make that like the base of like a trap song. Like just the bottom level.
Dasher, Dancer.
Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen.
This movie is unbelievably quotable.
Yeah. I'm excited for tomorrow's episode.
Me too.
I'm telling you, I've been waiting a long time.
If he's number two, who could number one be?
I have my guess at number one, and I think it's probably correct.
Hey, Doze, you just want to skip your turn?
No.
You don't even have a guess right now?
Yeah, you just want to take a strike, send it on back?
Let's say Sylvester.
Nice.
Sylvester Stallone.
No, the cat from Looney Tunes. That's who I meant.
Oh.
Suffering succotash.
Well, you're good both ways there. Bing, 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 bing. Sylvester Stallone, number 6.
Oh,
okay.
Nice.
Credits Rocky, The Expendables, Rambo, Cliffhanger.
Cliffhanger's
New York,
a good movie. Okay, Jackie Chan, lock it in.
Yes, man. Yes. Jackie Chan.
Number 1. Bing, bing, bing.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 3.
Number 3. Interesting.
Yes, sir. Birthplace, Hong Kong. Credits Police Story, Rumble in the Bronx, Drunken Master.
I haven't seen if he's done anything socially problematic, but I adore him.
I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised.
I just think that he is so fun.
Yeah. He also made Ranker's greatest entertainers of all time.
Dude,
75.
The thing is that I get that. I don't know. I read an article about him recently that he just is so innovative and so energetic. Like, the thing that makes all of his scenes so much fun is that the dude is just kinetic. Everything
he's just going. Yeah. He's always at full speed.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, he had an animated show about him in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Arnold made another top 100 Ranker list. He was number 88 on the greatest male celebrity role models.
Dude, he is a good dude, too.
Yeah. Great guy.
I love
his work
Arnold.
with the Special Olympics.
Yeah.
Enough to make a grown man cry, I'll tell you.
Sylvester Stallone was number 100 on the greatest actors who have never won an Oscar for acting. They had to put in parenthetics probably for him.
I mean, we talked about it on the Rocky episode, but the whole story with that and everything he put into that, I'm glad he got something thrown his way, even if it's not for acting.
Fairy tale.
Do we think that? Oh man, it's tricky because I'm really just trying to figure out who number one would be.
I know. I think
it's fun, isn't it?
You said that earlier, and you guessed Jackie Chan.
Right, but if it's not Jackie or Arnold, then I think to me there's only one other option. But we'll see.
Jeremy Irons, yeah, but I'm not going to guess him.
I'm laughing because it's true.
How about Bruce Willis?
Nice.
Uncle Bruce. Speaking of the Thanksgiving holidays, Bing, number 5.
Yeah.
Cool.
Ahead of Stallone.
Born in West Germany. Credits include The Sixth Sense, which is not an action movie, Die Hard, The Fifth Element. Oh, I'm glad they put that there. And Armageddon. He was number 61 on the coolest actors ever.
Yeah.
List on Ranker. Pretty cool guy. Well, you'll see him as well in our action Christmas series.
I'm going to go with Thomas Cruise. Thomas Cruise.
Bong bong. We are asking for the top 11. Thomas Cruise, which is ridiculous. I am not seeing the man still.
Yeah, that's the first thing that surprised me on this list, to be honest.
That is very surprising because I would say he is one of the last great action stars.
Agreed.
26, my friend.
Whoa.
26.
I genuinely don't think I could name 25 action stars that are even in conversation with being better than Tom Cruise.
Yeah, I could, but I've got the website pulled up.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, no, that's valid.
Jordan takes his first strike. Doge, over to you.
That gives me the freedom.
And Chunkies, feel free to call in and we'll take answers.
Yeah. Phones
are
are ringing off the hook. We're trying to get those patched into the call here.
The hook. We're still looking for number 1.
I'm just trying to hang them all up. They won't stay on the hook.
Looking for number 1, looking for number 4. Still have a couple we haven't gotten in the top 5.
I am, okay, even
7, 8,
though
9, 10, 11.
he's a doo-doo person, bad man that I don't like, and I don't think you should either. Steven Seagal? Is he on this list?
Bong bong. He is not on this list.
Does this list tend to... No, I don't want to ask. Never mind. That gives away too much of the answers. I'm going to take a swing at Keanu Reeves.
Bing, 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 bing. Number 1. Birthplace, Beirut, Lebanon.
The Matrix.
I disagree.
So
John Wick,
recency
the
bias.
devil's advocate. Here's the thing. On Ranker, he's the number 1 many places. He's also number 1 on who is the coolest actor in the world right now.
Dude, I would agree with that. He is number 2.
He's number 2 on the list of best living American actors. Here's the thing.
Talent,
he moved up. He moved up a handful of spots on a lot of these lists. Could be that the old John Wick 4 trailer dropped recently.
Yeah, people are psyched
and that
about
is, from what I've heard, again, I have not seen that series. Just shoot me then.
Yeah.
That's
ridiculous.
There's really no misses in that series so far, right?
No, there are no misses in that series.
Yeah.
I understand him as a top 10. I think for sure. I'm surprised Arnie's not number 1 if we're talking about all time.
Yeah, if we're not going to put Arnie, Jackie Chan, or Tom Cruise as number 1, I guess I'm glad it's Keanu, but that's not correct, I don't think.
I have a guess.
Yeah. Jordan's gotten 1 through 3 so far. That's great. 1, 2, 3. Doge?
Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Jean-Claude Van Damme, a great guess, but a second strike.
Wow.
Number 15.
So nobody's dad is voting on this, huh?
Jean-Claude also showed up as number 47 on actors you forgot were in comic book movies. And number 56 in male celebrities you'd want to be your bro.
That's the list.
Are there any women on this list?
Not in the top 10, not in this top 11, no, sir.
Okay. Who's the first woman that appears, and what place does she appear in the list?
The first woman that appears...
Is it Charlize?
No. It's number 21, Mia Jovovich.
Okay, I can get that.
Yeah.
Number 25 was Scarlett Johansson. You know who I think should be really high? Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Dude.
I was going to guess her in the top
one of the
10.
OG action stars. Interesting. There she is at 43.
I didn't know if Atomic Blonde and Mad Max had done enough to put Charlize in people's brains as an incredible action.
She's number 45.
Whoa, that's so far down.
And Sigourney's number 43.
Okay, I've got one strike left. Jordan, how many do you have left?
2 strikes left. Is it your guess or mine?
It's you.
Oh,
I have things I want to say, but I can't. That's this role, you know?
yeah, sure. I get that.
I just wish I could be y'all playing the games.
Almost a mini Monday for you, baby.
I'll take a big swing and say Denzel.
Denzel Washington. Bong bong.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
He was, I think, just ahead of Tommy down there. Yeah, he's number 19.
Tommy?
Yeah, number 19. Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's interesting. I think there's some... we don't have to completely break down action genre versus, drama or crime or something, but Denzel tends to be in movies that have action. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're action genre movies. Like, I wouldn't say...
Like Training Day is not an action movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't say Man on Fire.
Yeah, nothing really happens in Training Day.
Man on Fire. No. Equalizer is a straight up action movie.
Yeah.
I guess probably not a lot else that he's done is like just straight up action.
Book of Eli, maybe? I don't know.
I still think that's kind of a drama.
2 strikes for both of you. Doge, what you got, dude?
I have one guess left, unless Jordan also misses his next one. And I'm trying to decide if I want to take a swing for somebody that I think could be there.
Or someone who should.
I'm going to take a swing on my next one if you just want to take a swing on yours.
Vin Diesel.
Taking swings makes a lot of sense when we're talking about action heroes.
A great guess. I don't think that's a swing at all.
Vin
is the guess. Bong bong.
This is ridiculous.
So what I have 2, I'll go with the one that I think is more of a swing, but my more likely guess was going to be, I think probably Liam Neeson. People love those taken movies.
Vin was number 32, by the way.
Pretty far.
Your Liam Neeson is your guess?
No. My guess is going to be Will Smith because it's more fun, but I think Liam Neeson might be in that top 10.
Bong bong on both. Liam was number 12.
Okay.
Just outside of the list. I have not seen Will Smith. I have not seen his name come up.
Will Smith, I do not think of Will Smith as an action star.
Did y'all get the same amount correct or nah?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think of Will Smith as an action star necessarily either.
I mean, if we struck out at the same time, we would have to get the same amount correct, right? Because we hung in for the same number of rounds.
Sure. Number 1, Keanu Reeves. Number 2, Arnold.
Yeah.
Number 3, Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Number 4, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Duh.
Number 5, Bruce Willis. Bruce is a good name for action heroes. Number 6, Sylvester Stallone. Number 7, Jason Statham.
I was going to guess Statham.
Okay.
If the
Number
Rock
8.
is there, I'm going to be mad.
Number 8. I mean, if you've heard of him, Doge. Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Man.
Number 9, Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Number 10, Jet Li.
Yeah.
So that we got a father-son duo there.
Would we
in the
call
top 10.
Clint Eastwood an action star?
That's what's tough, man. They said like Unforgiven and like that's Western.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because John Wayne would show up on this list in the top 30. And the number 11, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Let's crash into some advertisements.
I got this girl a little more.
Yeah, I love Dave Matthews Band.
TCM's award-winning podcast, The Plot Thickens, is back. This time with legendary actress Pam Grier, the fearless action hero who beat down the bad guys on screen, yet her toughest battles began the moment the camera stopped rolling. Join us for our new season of Turner Classic Movies podcast, The Plot Thickens, Here Comes Pam, hosted by TCM's Ben Mankiewicz. Available now anywhere you listen to podcasts. Visit tcm.com/podcast to learn more.
You're finally at that hot new spot, the one your friends keep raving about, sitting across from your date. It's going
Another round?
really well. And that dish you've been dying to try, oh, it's headed your way. You can smell it, hear it sizzling fresh off that skillet as it comes closer, closer, and served. Go ahead, enjoy. After your phone sneaks a bite first. When you're with Amex, it's not if it's going to happen, but when. American Express. Don't live life without it.
This holiday, whether you're making a Kroger Simple Truth Turkey for 40 or a Murray's Baked Brie for 2, Kroger has fast, fresh delivery and free pickup, so you can make holiday meals that bring you all together to create memories that last. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Free pickup on orders of $35 or more. Restrictions may apply.
Choose from a great selection of digital coupons and use them up to 5 times in one transaction. Check our app for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Sweet like money to my soul. Okay. I want to start doing something on the regular as soon as we come back from ads. I think we should always be doing a yes or pass for the movies that we'll be releasing this week.
Cool.
Always. People want to know. People blowing up.
Gimme.
Our Discord channel asking us this kind of stuff.
They keep mastodoning me, asking about this.
I'm like, why haven't I said anything? So we're going to do coming soon. Now, here's the thing. It bounces around. If you ever look at Flickster on coming soon, they kind of do it by clout, really, if like something's within the month. So you really need to look at those dates. But we'll start with, let's just do some December 2nd releases, okay? And I'll do some that stand out that we would normally get questions about. So we'll do December 2nd and we'll touch on December 9th a little bit. But December 2nd, Violent Night is coming out. Is that a yes or pass?
That's a yes.
That's an immediate yes.
An immediate yes. We're going to
David
see it.
Harbour
We're
plays
doing
Santa
it on our
Claus,
podcast.
directed by the John Wick crew.
Yeah, we're going to be watching that.
What?
Johnny Legs. We got legs in there, dude.
Johnny Legs.
Again. Two helpings of legs.
The giggles per minute in this movie, not funny giggles, but like, oh my God, the giggles per minute of this movie are going to be high.
Outrageous GPMs.
I think it's going to be an instant cult classic.
I kind of think so too, dude.
I think it's going to be a yearly thing.
This is going to be the one that comes out and everybody finally shuts up about Citizen Kane. And they're like, okay, I get
Finally,
that's what he
dude.
Was, that's what he was going for, actually.
More like rosebud.
Yeah, rosebud. I'm a child. That got me good. Also, December 2nd, Will Smith is having a movie come out since the drama
pass
of The Punch. But it's an Antoine Fuqua.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
I want to make sure I pronounce that right.
I believe that's right.
History drama mystery thriller called Emancipation. Tells the triumphant story of Peter, Will Smith, a man who escapes from slavery, relying on his wits, unwavering faith, and deep love for his family to evade cold-blooded hunters. It is a pass for me.
Yeah. It's going to be a pass for me just based on Will's more recent work.
Yeah.
I just don't care for Bill or the family. I think that's like some of the most insufferable people in celebrity showbiz.
I think Jaden's calming
culture.
down, man. I think Jaden and Willow are calming down and just settling into their own careers pretty nice.
I hope so.
I don't keep up with them socially, so perhaps they're monstrous or annoying, but haven't crossed paths none, you know?
Would we define yes, saying yes to something?
I think it's no longer theater, by the way, because that used to be our definition. Yes is would we see it in the theater? And that's not my definition anymore. I simply think for me it is.
Is it at all? Or is it a soonish time frame?
Yeah, that's it. I don't think it's at all. For me, I think yes is like, I will prioritize watching this soon while it is new.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say no, like pass fully to anything. I'll probably watch most stuff eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. A24 has a movie coming out on December 2nd called The Inspection, which is, I saw a trailer for this, I think before another A24 movie that I watched this year. I can't remember which one. Which, by the way, A24 went from being a studio that had like 2 or 3 releases a year to where, honestly, if you were to go to their website and look at everything they've done, it's weird to see a bunch of things you didn't know were A24. We'll have another one that we talk about here in a little bit.
A24, the thing is, it's like Just go ahead and read their yearly release lists if you want about half of the Oscar noms that you're going to be seeing.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So The Inspection, inspired by true events, comes out December 2nd. This is Elegance Bratton. So it's in Elegance Bratton's deeply moving film inspired by his own story. A young gay black man rejected by his mother and with few options for his future decides to join the Marines, doing whatever it takes to succeed in a system that would cast him aside. It looks fascinating. Currently has an 82% on Rotten Tomatoes. This is something that I'm interested in.
Yeah.
This is a yes from me. I will be seeing this movie very likely before the year ends.
This is a pass from me only because I'm just now hearing about it for the first time. So I don't know anything about it. I feel that.
I think it could be a future yes for me. I think with stuff like that sounds like it's going to be really, really heavy. I tend to still wait to see like, okay, are people talking? Is this one that people are like, you've got to see that?
Yeah.
And then I'll watch it. But like, if it's something super, super heavy and it's just like, I'm watching it and nobody's really talking about it, it's not part of the zeitgeist, I've just made myself feel really sad for a couple of hours.
And then every once in a while you get Manchester by the Sea, which is both. Everybody's talking about it. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, why have I done this to myself?
Yeah. A24 is all about extreme feelings. No matter what the feeling is, like it will be to 11. I've got a couple more movies and they're both December 9th releases. I guess I could do those next week if I'm going to start doing this on the reg. Never mind then. We'll talk about those.
A tease of things to come.
Next week. A tease of things to come. I figure while I'm over here in Rotten Tomatoes, we might as well play a little bit of jjjolf here as we get ready. You know, the holiday season, you're at the home course.
So up-dee-doo and dickory-dock.
And it's been a while to
hang up your sock.
Wind your clock. We're going to talk about some movies. Jjjolf is like the game golf, I think it's called.
Mm-hmm. That's the European
But jjjolf, that's 3 J's representing the each of us, the 3 of us, is a game in which everyone has allotted points, we'll say strokes in this case, if we're sticking with the golf theme, but 22 to try and get within what is the critic or audience review score on Flickster. And our theme, of course, will be not necessarily Christmas, but let's stick with the action. Let's look at some flicks from that top 11 that we talked about just today on Rank You Very Much in terms of the 21st century greatest action heroes, according to Ranker. Our first movie in the game of jjjolf will be Jackie Chan's Rush Hour.
Ooh.
1998 release, just 2 years after. It's got that 90s vibe, dude. At the moment you turn on Jingle All the Way, you're like, wow, this is dead center of the 90s.
Everything they learned in Jingle All the Way plus 2 more years of learning to produce Rush Hour.
So much growth. That's crazy. So much growth in those 2 years. Those were huge years. Those are probably about the
culmination of movies.
Yeah.
Big years for you, I guess.
We're doing critic scores, obviously, I assume.
That's up to y'all.
Does you want me to swing first? All right. Critic score for Rush Hour 79%.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 76%.
Doge was a bit closer there to the whole. You said 76%. It was actually 61.
Oh, good game.
60.
Good game. It's been fun to play this one.
1%. Let's do an Arnie flick. Let's talk about what is the critic score.
What's Jordan's score?
3.
4.
Oh, cool. And what's mine?
22 strokes. Jordan's score is 4. Doge is 7. Sorry, my friends. So you both could go over. The only way that we keep going, obviously, is if you both stay within your allotted strokes, or if you tie after this. If Jordan happens to be 3 closer.
Sometimes I think Doge doesn't mute and he prices rights me.
I was muted.
Interesting.
Just saying.
I have no idea what you guessed. I genuinely don't know what you guessed.
We're going to do the Arnie flick from 1987, Predator.
I go first. Jordan mute. 81%.
And mine, 71.
Somebody's losing today.
The actual retail price, 80% on Rotten Tomatoes. Doge said 81. Ooh, Jordan said 71. Nice. Jordan went down to -5 to Doge's 6. Doge, do you want to keep going?
Yeah.
See how many you can do?
Let's run out the clock.
We're going to run out the clock. Let's do a Sylvester Stallone film. Let's do Rocky 4.
Oh. Which is the 4th Rocky for somebody
Drago.
who gets the Rockies mixed up?
Drago. It's the best one, Ivan Drago.
Okay. So it's 100 then, probably?
If he dies, he dies.
There's a robot butler.
Oh, 200% then. 84.
I'm not even going to do the math. It's 37%. Critics gave that a 37%.
People know like
on Rotten Tomatoes.
It's guys, because of the robot, isn't it?
To end today's episode,
Wait,
as we
on.
wrap.
Hold on. I got to say my piece about Rotten Tomatoes. I've been thinking about this for the past couple of weeks, just looking at some.
Here we go. Oh, here he goes.
Here it comes.
You wind him up, get him started. He's never going to finish.
Let me tell you about Rotten Tomatoes.
I think Rotten Tomatoes has been compromised.
Ooh.
By thumbs up butts. There seems to be... Rotten Tomatoes has shifted to where it's done this split thing and both sides are unreliable. Audience scores tend to just be like, it's the best movie I've ever seen, or it's the worst movie I've ever seen. And then critics tend to either be incredibly counter to what people feel or almost feel paid to boost a movie. I've been really struggling with Rotten Tomato scores of things recently, and it's starting to make me wonder if it's time for me personally to pull away and look elsewhere.
I never check Rotten Tomatoes.
I used to check it religiously.
Here's what we should do. Let's take this rage. Let's take this anger that's got us nearing Hulkdom.
Yeah.
And
I am shaking and green.
And let's end this podcast by giving our name and tell me if we're trying to aspire to the current theme of our podcast. We're trying to do a little bit of action Christmas this year. Give me something that you feel like you could legitimately do that if we have family around the house or someone who happens to see, they're like, wow, that's some action Christmas right now. You are exhibiting a touch of action Christmas here. I'm Carter, and I think I want to punch something. Yeah. And I think what I'm going to punch, I'm just going to say, because I don't really know exactly what this will be on the menu. Shout out last week's episode. But I want to punch the protein on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
I want to punch either where we're carving from or the one on my own plate. I think I could punch some protein because it makes me think of, Rocky in there.
Yeah.
With the frozen meats.
Gonna fly now.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
I'm Doge, and I think a hallmark of the action Christmas genre is the run and jump and then koala bear hug onto a Christmas tree and bring it crashing to the ground. Yeah. You know what I mean? I feel like we see that in almost every Christmas action movie. Somebody at some point jumps onto a Christmas tree and pulls it to the ground. And I could do that. That's easy.
With ornaments? That's all it takes to be with ornaments on it.
If that's all it takes to be a Christmas action hero, and that is in that moment the thing I desire to be most, that seems achievable.
Wow. All right.
There comes a moment in every young man's life, first of all,
Who Jordan, are you? Yeah.
If you let me talk, where there comes a moment in every young man's life where he has to hide alcohol from his grandmother at his mom's house for Thanksgiving.
Tell me about it,
And so I think...
Not if you're a good boy.
I think for me, it goes something like this, right? Your siblings, you've hidden... I'll go first person here. Me and my siblings, we've hidden like a bottle of wine or something in the laundry room so that... So that Graham doesn't... names have been changed to protect the innocent so that Graham doesn't see what's going on. And then midway through dinner, Graham stands up and declares that she's going to go get a fresh dish towel from the laundry room. And everybody does that fish eye zoom in thing. Everything gets bigger and smaller at the same time. And it just does that You lock eyes with all of your siblings.
Yeah.
And one by one, the heist movie distraction starts while one of you just dead sprint dives to that laundry room and throws that wine bottle in the washing machine.
Yes.
And washes all your clothes with it and turns everything pink.
Turns everything pink. That would be devastating. I wonder what's in the wash on near Christmas Day. All the new clothes are probably in there, dude. The ones that you're trying to get them
the ones you
wrinkles
just
out.
open.
You know how you wash your clothes immediately on Christmas? Oh, these PJs look amazing. Can we wash them real quick?
Can I wash these real quick?
Can I wash these real quick? I do. I wash new clothes before I ever put them on my body.
I was about to ask that. I do not do that. Is that something I should do?
It grosses me out.
Someone could have tried that on,
Strangers
dude.
tried them on. Second of all, brand new fabric, itchy and stiff.
Here's
No
the
thanks.
thing. Here's the thing. I am but a small cell in the vast macroorganism that is called mankind. And I need to be close to my brothers and sisters who share my skin. So of course I'm going to put on clothes they've put on before. That's fine.
Whenever Doge gets accidentally outed for something that he suddenly becomes self-conscious of, his defense of it becomes so verbose. It's just like,
So true.
I might be weird for this. And it's like, there comes a moment in every young boy's time when he finds himself faced with a decision.
Hey there, BreezeLine has a holiday gift just for you. 1 month of free internet for all your family's gift sites, book flights, and movie nights. Get reliable, fast internet with speeds starting at 100 megabits per second for just $19.99 a month. Plus, free Wi-Fi your way home for the first 12 months. And your first month is free. BreezeLine wishes you all a happy and bright holiday season. If only they could give you a little holiday relief from all the matching family outfits. Service subject to availability. New residential customers in select areas only. Visit breezeline.com for complete offer details.
Whether it's Kroger Simple Truth Turkey or mac and cheese with Murray's English Cheddar or pie made with fresh Cosmic Crisp apples, there are many dishes we look forward to sharing during the holidays. And Kroger has all the fresh ingredients you need to turn today's holidays into tomorrow's memories. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Choose from a great selection of digital coupons and use them up to 5 times in one transaction. Check our app for details. Kroger, fresh for everyone.